If you're listening to this, you're either new to binary options trading or you've been doing it for a while but haven't quite made it to sustainable profitability yet. You may find yourself making gains over days or weeks, only to face days where you face big losses or even blow your account. You may be stuck in this rut or cycle for weeks, months, and even years. Fear not, because now is the time for you to put the money aside and simply absorb everything I'm about to tell you so you can rewire yourself to trade successfully and sustainably over time. What you need is a rewiring of how your brain responds to three things. Firstly, trade setups, wins, and most importantly, how you cope and how your brain responds to losses. Before we start, let's get away from any distractions. I know the sound of this park we're sitting in may already be starting to relax you, but join me a few hundred miles higher where we can be totally relaxed and focused, because we have something very important to discuss. We're now in space, just above Earth. Everything is dark, apart from the gentle blue glow of our home planet, and in the distance, you can see the star, our sun that powers everything, right from the cells in your body to your trading terminal. Take some time to absorb this. Let's begin. First, ask yourself, and really ask yourself, why do you trade? Do you have some kind of physical, tangible goal? If the answer is yes, and it should be yes, unless you are trading and losing money just for fun, you need to ask yourself, do you visualize this goal each time you trade? If yes, how frequently do you do this? Is it fleeting, with infrequent images of that car that you were saving up for, or that dream holiday, or something that you wanted to buy for your family or your partner? The fact of the matter is, you need to see what it is you are trading for each time you trade. Let that sink in. If you are saving up for that dream car or holiday, then visualize it. Put a picture of it next to your trading terminal so that you are reminded of why it is you are trading. What is at stake? Because only then will you extend your focus to a level that is required to consistently beat the market. If your goal is something that is vague, such as, I want financial freedom, or I want to make thousands every month, this ambiguity will result in ambiguous trading with periods of excellence, which you may have already experienced, followed by periods of poor judgment and risk management. So visualize, focus. Hold that thought, and now join me back on Earth in the Amazon rainforest for a second. Now ask yourself, do you really have a trading strategy? And I don't mean a strategy that your account manager at some compromised, unregulated binary options brokerage gave you, but I mean a real strategy, grounded in technical foundations, fundamental foundations, and something that you have really stress tested. Has this strategy allowed you to make sense of most, if not all, market patterns or market formations and trade setups? Remember, classification is key. Classification and categorization. For example, the core 4.0 trading strategy that we trade at Blue Sky Binary classifies market patterns and formations as if they are species. Because that is what the market is. It's a jungle, like the jungle around you right now. It's a jungle of various beasts. Daily, these beasts present themselves differently. They keep you guessing. They always keep traders, certainly retail traders such as yourself, on their toes. Sometimes it's an easy beast to tame, and sometimes it ravishes you, leaving you in losses and emotionally depleted. A strategy that can classify all the species as and when they present themselves will allow you to use the right weapon to tame them at the right time. If you see the price of an asset aggressively moving up, and the Bollinger Bands are diverging, you immediately know that this is a breakout, a Bollinger breakout formation, and that you can either skip it, you can enter the trade if the breakout is driven by news, by trading in the direction of the move, or you wait till the price hits a major resistance point, eventually exhausts, and you take a trade in the opposite direction of the trend, right? These are simple if then routines that are pre programmed into your brain and become autonomic neural routines over time. When you can identify any market condition within a split second just by looking at a chart and then take your time to trade it because you know what to do. Let's take an example from this giant jungle that we're in. We're in the Amazon right now. You can hear a range of creepy crawlies around you. Some of these species are benevolent and some are of vicious predatory origin. If you knew all the species and their strengths and weaknesses when they presented themselves, you would know exactly how to act, what to do, and what not to do. But suddenly, if an unknown, large, swift creature and one that you can barely see starts to cascade you, your heart rate will shoot up, and as you have never encountered it live in battle, most likely this could be the end for you. This is the same thing with the markets. When you find yourself trading an unfamiliar market, it is because your strategy is not diverse enough to make sense of that market, and that means two things. Firstly, either you log out and you don't trade such a market, you only re engage the enemy known as the market when you can identify it, when you know exactly what to do, or secondly, just expand your knowledge so you know exactly how to tackle this specific formation. Again, it's a jungle, nothing more, nothing less. Never forget what I'm about to say next. At this moment in mankind's evolutionary progress, the human brain, something that you have inside you, is by far the smartest and most adaptive neural network and computer ever created. You have inside you the capability to turn $100 into $1 million and more. All that is stopping you is a lack of a clear strategy and emotional discipline. You are your biggest enemy. Tell yourself that because it's not a lie, it's a fact. The market is tricky, but the human brain has overcome gargantuan challenges over our millions of years of historical evolution. The market is something that is not that complicated and it can be tamed. And now, what we're doing is slowly rewiring your mind to make it do so sustainably. We're in a dark room now. It is pitch black. We are in your mind. Do you know why 95% of retail traders around the world never make money in the long run in trading? It is because human beings are not evolutionarily evolved to withstand the stresses of trading. Yes, believe it or not, winning and losing in trading has real chemical impacts inside your brain and your body. In fact, the middle part of your brain, which is known as the amygdala, controls emotions like anger, fear, greed, and when you experience trading wins, adrenaline and dopamine are secreted by your brain via your adrenal glands. These neurotransmitters and chemicals are essentially drugs that give you a feeling of euphoria, a high, each time you win. And the more you win, the more addicted you get to this feeling, like you're getting addicted to a drug. This is equivalent to a runner's high as well, a feeling long distance runners experience which keeps them coming back for more. This is why when you win, you keep re engaging the market because you want more wins, you get more confident. This is also a fatal flaw because the more adrenaline and dopamine you have in your body when you are trading, the less tactical you become, the less sensorially aware you are of the risks. You are less able to address these risks accurately and eventually you hit some losses. The story does not end here. In fact, it gets worse. When you lose a trade or you experience stress, your body releases a stress control hormone known as cortisol. This dulls the communication between the strategic part of your brain, the neocortex, and your amygdala, the emotional bit that regulates all your emotions. If enough cortisol is released after few or more consecutive losses, a process known as an amygdala hijack occurs. This middle part of your brain takes over your neocortex, the strategic bit, and you are now literally like a zombie, a chemically compromised zombie trading, most likely revenge trading, in order to win back some of your losses. By this stage, it is already too late, and these hijacks are the biggest cause of losses in the binary options or any type of trading industries. As you can see, the human brain has not evolved to cope with the constant chemical impacts of trading wins and losses. This is why it is very important that you focus going forward on low frequency trading, what we call LFT. Let that sink in for a moment. While high frequency trading, HFT, is a buzzword in the investing and trading industry, take good note that high frequency trading, HFT, is conducted mainly by algorithms and robots that do not have any chemical responses. You are not an algorithm or a robot, you are an extremely advanced bionic machine that has far more important tasks in life than to extract profit from the market. You are not structurally regulated or calibrated to withstand the stresses of trading. Yes, trading, even if it is your reason to live at this moment, should not be a reason to live. So ask yourself, are you over trading? Are you an HFT, a high frequency trader, or are you engaged in low frequency trading? It should definitely be the latter. If you are taking more than 5 trades daily, chances are that you are high frequency trading. We strongly advise you to focus on a simple rule: stop at 5 wins or 2 losses, whichever you hit first. Ideally, you want to start off even less and just go for 1 or 2 wins a day until you become really good and sure in yourself. Remember one thing: the market will always be there. It has been around before you were born and will outlive you most likely. Take a long term view on your trading and remember LFT, low frequency trading. The traders that trade less and are less emotive about their trading are the ones that fare better longer term. Emotions and chemicals are a structural impediment to your success in trading. They will hold you back. Bear that in mind. Now let's head back to that beach as we near the final leg of this message. So far, I've asked you to visualize, obtain a strategy or expand your existing strategy, stick to low frequency trading and a 5-2 money management rule. And now, one very important thing. Just as you will be visualizing what you are trading for, do not forget to track your progress. I don't mean in your mind, but literally jot it down. If you have to use a paper and pencil, that is fine, but ideally note this down in a computer so you can chart your progress, such as daily wins and losses, total gain and loss on your account, ROI, drawdown percentages, and other basic metrics that are important to you, so you can pat yourself on the back as you see how you've progressed over time, because you will progress. Even have a qualitative journal where you write your pre and post trading thoughts of the day, even if you're having emotional feelings about what's going on around you, about what you're feeling. That is totally alright. If you are listening to this message, chances are you are already part of an online trading community. Perhaps it's the Blue Sky Binary trading community or it's another one. That doesn't matter. Note, there is always help available. There's thousands, hundreds of thousands of traders in your position. So always reach out, either to a fellow trader or to a senior trader or a mentor. You can reach us at support@blueskybinary.com. We are there to help you. You are not alone in trading, and so don't treat yourself that way. There is strength in numbers and sharing of information, so share your ideas, your fears, and your trading thoughts with your trading colleagues. Now tell me this: when is the last time you saw an advert and immediately got up and went to the store or to Amazon and you placed an order for what you just saw? Rarely, never, if at all. The key is to understand that you need a rewiring. The concepts and techniques you have absorbed today have been absorbed lightly at best by your brain. We don't absorb everything quickly as humans. Your brain needs more time to process and implement what we have imparted with you today. So make sure that you listen to this message as often as you like, as many times a day as you like, or as many times per week as you like, until it becomes second nature and ingrained in your trading processes. Good luck.